Oh, hello.
I love this guy. How's that for a little intro?
Oh, I love it. Hey, you're loving it. Fucking check out that background. This is a first. This is such a flex, would you believe?
Yeah. I was gonna be like try and be like a weatherman, like a newsreader or something.
Turns out you're in
Today
front of
in
a green
Melbourne.
screen and you're actually in your living room. Yeah, I know, right? And mate,
Yum.
I had I randomly got
Gone.
David Silveri. You remember he used to drum for Corn? Blonde fella with the frosted tip.
Yes.
So he
Yes.
briefly had another band that he lasted all the 5 minutes in. I think that's the thing with him. Anyway,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
his Zoom popped to life, it
yeah.
had all of his Corn Gold records behind him, and I'm like, that's such a fucking flex. So,
Oh,
mate,
I should have thought about that.
I
Yeah.
know, right? Well, you need all those gold records. Have you got a? Did you guys get a gold record back in the day for non-comprehenders?
Man, we were painfully close, I believe. We were like
Oh,
this far off of it by like less than 1,000, I think it was. It was like 100.
yeah, no. So, hey, um, you may know this about me already. Has someone clued you up as to what my connection to Test Eagles is?
No.
Okay, the artwork for the single "All My Loving." Those are
Oh,
my kids. That's my. I did that for you back in 2019.
really?
Yes, pre reunion.
I remember this. I talked to you on, I don't know, Instagram or something
Oh,
like
so that
that.
was
And
that was you I was
that was
dealing with.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Cool. Hey, man.
Amazing. How you doing? I love that so much. Yeah, that was so random. Yeah, that was like, I guess we got to try and get our music online. And I didn't even know how we connected, but you just offered to do it. And
Yeah,
isn't it
you know what it was? I was giving it some thought, and this is going to lead into one of my other questions about bands that you toured with back in the day.
Yeah.
But I reckon it was Cog posting a video of you guys live and being like, hey, we used to play with these dudes back in the day. And I think I imagine you must have popped up in Instagram, and I was like, hey, that's a guy from Test Eagles. And yeah,
No, you're dead right. Yeah, I think I saw Lucius somewhere. I don't know where. That was the pre-C word. And so, he's always been so encouraging. Like the Cog boys have always been so encouraging. Like you guys, like you're so incredible. We still love you. You got to come back. You got to get it done. And that even like started the ball rolling very slowly way back then. To get the music online so people could have access to it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
one of your members, I believe it was your bass player, had some health issues over the last few years, and you guys did a really, really heartfelt mini doco on it, and you put it
Yeah.
online. And one of these days, I'm going to get around to watching it. So, if you could give me the too long didn't read on that bad boy.
Yeah, I guess D he actually got a pretty cool job playing bass for a band over in Dubai. He was kind of working in some bizarre club there every night. He would play, and maybe he just got too lit. I don't know. He neglected his health a little bit, and it went bad for him. And he got diabetes. He had all sorts of kidney issues and all sorts of stuff going on, and unfortunately ended up in a coma for a little while. And then he ended up having to get his the lower part of his leg amputated. So
Yeah, so this is from the dreaded
uh,
diabetes. I've heard of such a thing.
yeah,
Yes. Oh no, how's he doing
yeah.
now?
Well, he's better than I ever thought he could be, to be honest. Because when he first got sick, it was hard. It was hard for
Mm.
us to see. I couldn't really. He was a completely different person than I ever knew, and we'd known each other since early high school, and I'd never seen him like it. He was always full of life and like really funny, like just a comedic guy, and always had so much energy. And I remember going to see him, and it was like he could barely talk. Like it's like he just didn't really want to be here at all, and it was really, really super shocking. And I never thought he would get back to any kind of level where it was anything like his old self. And he's just slowly, it's taken time, but he's slowly gotten better and better and better. And then, you know, we just did a show in Sydney, and man, he was a vibe, you know, backstage in the green room. He's like pulling out all these old jokes, and I
Oh
was just like,
man,
wow, this
yeah.
is so similar to back in the day. Yeah.
Bless. No, that sounds beautiful, man. Yeah. Look, I appreciate your candor. Hey, could have been worse. He could have been the drummer. That would have made things difficult.
It would have
But
been, I don't know if I should even joke about that. Could have been like a Rick Allen situation or whatever, though, for sure.
well,
For sure.
who was the? I have interviewed a band with a drummer that lost a leg, and he started using a golf putter. There was a metalcore band called The Ghost Inside, I believe. Apologies if I anyone watching if I
Okay.
murdered their name. But when he got back together, he fashioned a fucking golf putter. And he
Yeah,
was using
wow.
that. He apparently has to use triggers now because his
Yeah.
real foot is more powerful than his non than his not real foot. But yeah, how interesting is that? So it is possible. So there you go.
It is possible. And of course, yeah, the Rick Allen story, I'm pretty sure that's his name from Def Leppard, right? He lost an arm in
Yeah,
like a car accident or something, and he's just playing one handed like a
yeah.
badass. Like, there you go.
Bless
But
him. Yeah, I know.
anyway, here we are. He's doing pretty
Yes.
well, and we're out playing again. And again, that's I mean, so many speed bumps on that one, so many roadblocks that you think you just never get past and never get back to it. So it's pretty bizarro being out here getting it done.
So, mate, going back over I've been going back over the discography, and that there is a massive sonic. Like you listen to Chum now, and it has more in common, I think, with like Frogstoppy or Silverchair than it does with the band that made Non-Comprehendus. It literally sounds like a completely different band. Uh, yeah.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah, that's interesting.
Well,
I think that was a little bit technology at the time, or lack of
mhm.
technology, I would say. We had, I think we had a couple of impactful moments, because we're talking like early 90s, really, when we started playing around with like technology, because we had just like some computer that was, powerful at the time, but probably like a calculator now. And
Yeah.
we came across these programs called trackers, and you could put sounds in like these slots. It was almost like a step sequencer, and you could just put different sounds in there and create different like beats and rhythms and like sounds and everything else. And that's probably the first thing we started doing. And then we got we actually won a bit of software called Rebirth. We went to some music shop night about guitars or something, and it had like a door prize, and we won this like Rebirth thing, which was like a 303 emulator, I believe.
Yeah.
And we just love that thing like so much. We just smash it all day and all night, and yeah, it changed our lives really. And then as like new bits of gear came out, we got the Akai MPC 2000, and we would get our EMI samplers. We had a really simple one at first. It would only let us do like 15 seconds of samples, and yeah, we just like we're so excited about anything new and different, and we just integrate into it. And we had a wide range of influence as well, like with like all sorts of bands, like Maddie loved The Cure and I love Napalm Death kind of thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, a real weird mix. Yeah.
Right. Sorry, you can't see, but I'm grinding. Bit of Melbourne grind this morning. Yes.
Hey, there we go. I'm actually getting rained on right now for you. I should have expected it in
Would you
Melbourne.
like to take a second? Take a second. Go. Look, we can reconvene.
No, no, I feel like this is very rock and roll and it's very
Fuck
Melbourne. I'm
yeah.
gonna stay here in the rain.
Well, look, I'll tell you what.
I'm
Perfect
gonna stay
environment.
hydrated in all sorts of ways.
So, well, you know what? There's water coming down, and you think it's a perfect metaphor for the career of Test Eagles. It's 2000. You guys are on the up. You've got Non-Comprehendus out, which to this day is still an absolute monster of an album. But there rain comes and dark things. Oh no! What was the horrible storm that happened with Test Eagles?
I reckon like the full complicated story is it was like multiple things at once. But The big problem was just your typical record company rubbish and rights to music, and it was weird. You kind of learn like in the moment, like the music career is like your whole life. Like it's all you want to do. You're putting absolutely everything into it, and it's 24/7. Obviously, it's not like a job where you clock off at the end of the day and you don't give a shit anymore.
Mm.
And you would get people at like record companies, like A&R guys, and then whilst they did a great job, um, they would go home at night. And not only that, but so you'd have the guy at the record company that was like in your corner and he was like doing this for you, doing that for you. And like it was a great dude. And then I remember like one day, he came to us and he's like, oh, he was almost like devoed to tell us. He was upset about it, but he just had like this amazing job offer at a different record company. And then he was gone. And he was the whole reason why we were signed. We had a deal with that record company. He was the one that really loved us. And he got a job somewhere else for a lot more money and better opportunities and everything else. And next minute, we have some new person at the record company who doesn't really care about it, know about us, give a shit about anything really. And you're like, oh wow, that's just like so fast, It's all like everything to us, and to them it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. I just got this new job. I'm going to ease in. Yeah, I don't really get your music. What's going on, And that was kind of essentially that. Like we just from then on we had disagreements and things going wrong, and we were stuck in this contract that we couldn't really get out of, and we just wanted to get out of it. And complicated.
And this is all very buy me a pony, spider bait. Don't you? About songs about evil record label. Record label.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. I'm wimping out and going inside.
That's perfectly fine, mate. I could see as you were answering, I could see your eyes flinching from water in the eyes. I'm like, oh, buddy, you're committing to this.
It's a bit much. I don't even know if my device here is waterproof or not. And I thought, you know what, it's going to cut out because it will get too wet. But here I go, surviving.
Oh, mate, I love it. Look, I won't keep you for much longer. So obviously, I had heard that there was a bit of reticence from the camp as to reveal what the hell actually happened with the end of Test Eagles, because I was like, well, maybe I'll get him on that. So that's fair. Okay. Was there misbehavior? Were you guys also rat bags on were there like incidents with trashed hotel rooms or something on the road that you had to explain? Or was it just all good shit? Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, of course there was. Yeah, we caused trouble. We were kids, man. Like we're just crazy kids thinking we can do anything and get away with anything. And you have people around you kind of encouraging you to do that too. And you see other people doing it, so you're like, this looks like fun.
I would not have given myself a record deal. I would not have given 21-year-old me, or like, Jesus Christ.
It was pretty funny actually, because it's like Sony were used to it, because they would send people out to us, and they said that they were like an assistant. Like you get an assistant when you get to Sydney or whatever, and really they were just babysitters. It was someone to come along, come to your hotel, knock on your door, get you out of bed, make sure you're dressed, like get you in a car so you could be to the location on time where you needed to be and all that. It was basically essentially like, oh, we don't trust you. We're gonna like make sure someone gets you there and gets everything done. So yeah, fair enough. We'll trouble sometimes, but it's all part of living and having fun, I guess.
I feel a great swell of pity for tour managers and that for like really rough bands. Like spare a thought for Pantera's manager back in the 90s.
Oh,
bro, the hotel rooms.
Nightmare.
Jesus.
Nightmare.
Just trying to get Dimebag upright on stage.
Absolutely, man. We were lucky enough when we did Non-Comprehendus. We had Ulrich Wild mixed it for us, and we spent a couple of weeks with him. And he had done like a couple of albums for Pantera with Terry Date. Yeah. And man, he told us some stories. Yeah, no doubt. Probably stuff I can't repeat everything, but one thing he said was Dimebag was he was so drunk in the studio that he couldn't really walk or stand up or anything, and he would still put the guitar on and absolutely shred out like a
What?
perfect
Ah,
solo and just let it bang on time.
apparently
Like, I
that
don't
was
know how, what a freak.
well, I yeah, apparently that was the reason Terry Date didn't work with them on the last one because they were like, my liver cannot handle working with you again.
Yes, yes. Well, Oryx said that he used to like have two drinks because like they would like almost get upset if you weren't drinking with them.
Yeah,
So he would like have like two cans and he would like take a mouthful out of one and then pretend he was like drinking out of the other one, but he was like spitting it back in to kind of like survive through it all. He had to basically lie. He's like, "Yeah, boys, yeah, I'm drunk too." Otherwise, like they were like would get up in.
that's
Yeah, some funny
amazing.
stories from that.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
told you I've got a drinking problem. I can't seem to get them in my mouth.
I love that. I love
So,
that.
the $1 million question,
Yeah.
and you probably know what it is. How likely is it that we're ever going to get new music from Test Eagles?
I actually, if you asked me that 2 weeks ago, I'd say, yeah, probably not. Hey, but these shows, man, like we had an amazing time in Melbourne. We've had an even better time in Sydney. No offense, Melbourne peeps, but it's just such a good feeling to be out here again, and I see the excitement on Maddie's face as well, and we just feel energized and like, yeah, why don't we like we have a bunch of songs that we recorded that we never released. We have so many ideas, like things that we've jammed on and like half put together but never really quite finished. And I don't know, yeah, we have that hunger again. We're just like, why wouldn't we finish all that and share it? Like it's what we do really, So what we built ourselves to do since we were like 10 years old, and did it until I don't know how old we were, but felt like too long at the time. But now we're fresh, Had a bit of a nap in between.
And what a time! New metal has just roared back to life and is far out, almost as big as it was in the in the late '90s. Like what?
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I was walking through Newtown the other night and I saw there was like all this noise coming out of a pub and it was like karaoke, right? Like on stage karaoke. And or everyone was like going off. And of course, they were singing, Killing in the Name, Rage Against the Machine. And they were all like 20 years old, like max. And so all these 20-year-olds just like absolutely having the time of their lives to this music that was like our music back in the day, And they're just like discovering it now and just think it's the greatest thing ever. So I don't know how that's happened, but it's pretty damn cool.
I was lucky enough to see Limp at one of their side shows in 23. My first time ever seeing them. Again, Tasmanian. Didn't get to see anyone until I was, a much, much older.
The
Uh,
pain, the
but I know,
pain of a Tasmanian.
it's awful. But yeah, everyone in the pit with me. Half the people there were in their early 20s. And I was like, bro, were you even born when Hot Dog came out? But they love it. They're all about it. The kids are all right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't understand really how it happened. I don't even understand. I think that like period of music was pretty magic. I'm not sure how or why or whatever, but I think it truly was. And it's probably easy to say that because, I was 20 at the time. So, that does have a bigger impact on you. But it just seems to be the case, the way it's like resonating with younger people now, for sure.
Yeah. And this has been rad, man. It has been wild to finally meet you. I will be seeing you all for the very first time on Thursday, and I may actually be sticking a camera in your face and taking photos. So, yeah, man, I will come and say hi. I am 6'7". You will not miss me. And yeah, man, we'll go from there.
Wow. I'm excited. It'll be good to meet you and get ready for it. We have some changes. Also, we're playing through non-comprehendus, but we've added some extra spice in some songs in particular. And I think the real interesting one that people have found on the show is we're playing Ocean off the album, which we never ever played back in the day. Even when we did the album launch party and all that, didn't play it. So now we've played it like 4 times or something. So and people seem to be really like getting into it. So yeah,